Afternoon baseball now on the show as you get a look at Yankee Stadium here in New York. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Minnesota Twins and the New York Yankees. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Luis Severino is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Yanks. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, he's got a 1-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. It's not ideal. Probably would like to have a few more strikeouts. We'll see how it works out in this one.
Miguel Sano makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Left fielder, number 22.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1.
106.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. A swing and a miss. Two quick strikes to start his afternoon.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Should be a picture-perfect afternoon for baseball. 78 degrees at first pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Smoked on the ground left side. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
Well, you know you're talking about a nice streak when you get up over 10 games in a row, and now that's 11 for this guy, so he is feeling it.
Danny Santana will get his first shot here. As you can see, he currently leads the junior circuit in hitting.
And he has a top 5 on-base percentage as well.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. And there is the AL batting race entering play. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Here's a fastball now that's hit softly down the line to third. To second for 1. On to first, and they turn the double play. With that, a look at Paul Molitor's lineup for the visiting Twins. Steve, what's the key for them to continue this winning streak?
Well, all they have to do is keep doing what they're doing. This team has a very high average, continuing to hit well as a team, and they'll continue to win games.
Kurt Suzuki will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
And he'll start him with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Well, you saw it right there. He's got a good fastball, and he's going to use it. When you throw in the mid-90s consistently, you have to use that weapon.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
And Fillmore usually gets high praise from most people for his command of the zone. He will occasionally give the pitcher just a little extra off the plate if he spots it well.
Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Twins retired in short order. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Phil Hughes, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, guys, he won his 10th game of the season in his last start. We'll see how he does here.
And there you see Jacoby Ellsbury as he'll lead things off here in the home half of the first.
Center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury.
Grounded back up the middle. To his left, Nunez. Throw on to first in time, one away. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Steve, what's the key in trying to stop their opponent's winning streak?
I think this team really needs to find that right balance between power and speed. They've got them both, but you can't rely too heavily on the long ball, and you also can't run yourselves out of potential run-scoring opportunities. So mix it together well.
Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. And Gardner will beat it out, safe at first base. And hold on a minute now. It looks like we may see that last call challenged here. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed.
Well, here's another look at it now. I couldn't really tell when we saw it live, and I'll tell you what, it's still tough to tell from that angle. We're going to have to see what the dugout decides.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision.
The Twins are challenging.
Okay, well, we're going to get
play.
one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? Yeah, I think that shot right there makes it look like he might have been out, so this might be a well-used challenge.
Okay, so it looks like the umpires are wrapping up their decision, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and instead of having a base runner at first, the bases will now be empty. Alex Rodriguez comes forward for his first try at the plate, and you have to think something's got to give. Clearly not going his way of late. And this is taken for a strike by the 40-year-old veteran. No balls and a strike. Eric, these Twins, as they take the field here this afternoon, they come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Not only have they been playing well, but they've got their ace going here this afternoon, so the rich get richer.
Hughes steps into the windup. Here's the 0-1. Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. Yankees retired on just 4 pitches. After 1, no score. Joe Mauer will stand in. He, too, had 3 hits in the win last night.
Well, you're right. His last game was excellent, but he just keeps adding to those numbers. Over his last 10 games, he's been hitting over 350. I'll take that anytime.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Mauer rounding first, on his way to second now. And he's in there safely. He's got a double. So quickly into scoring position here following the opposite field double. And as we check out the Twins leaderboard, you can see he currently sits 3rd on the ball club in that category.
Yeah, he's definitely one of their guys offensively. He does a nice job of finding gaps and getting into scoring position.
Eduardo Escobar will stand in now with a good chance to break the seal here following the leadoff double.
Well, it's a good RBI opportunity, but you've got to remember your first job, which is to at least get that guy over to third base.
First pitch on its way. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. The 0-1 pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Ellsbury on the move, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. Throw won't get him.
Deja vu here to start off the inning. You get a double to lead things off, followed by another double here. And they get a quick run as one guy will just replace the other at second base.
Eduardo Nunez will dig in now. And as you can see, he's right up there in the American League batting race, currently second entering play.
Well, right now, he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one. No one out with a runner at second. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And if he wants to turn things around, that's a pitch that he's going to need to start locating better.
Here it is. Liner toward right center. And that's in there. Base hit. The relay. The tag, and he's out at second base. He probably should have stayed right where he was. And with that, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, Matty, Mark Teixeira has won multiple gold gloves, and for good reason. He makes playing first base look effortless. Picks short hops as well as anyone in the league, and he's a big target for the rest of his infield.
Trevor Plouffe will stand in for the first time now, and he'll do so as the 4th leading hitter in the American League.
And that is huge for him, too. This is a contract year for him, so he'd love to take those great numbers straight to the negotiating table.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes.
And now with that runner on third and 1 away, you need to stay smart at the plate, realizing that they might be working around you to put you on. So you can't go up there chasing some pitches out of the zone.
Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Brian Dozier will get his first shot here, and you can see he's got that average up near the 330 mark to begin play.
And not bad for a second baseman. There are some good ones, but second base isn't typically where you'd expect to have one of your best hitters.
And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Here's a high pop-up. Gregorius is there for it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Well, here it is again. Look at him just bury this one right at the letters. And you can see it. He got him to pull off the swing a bit and just pop it straight up.
Stepping in now, Eddie Rosario. Line to the right side. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, they are really sticking it to him right here. That's the 5th hit he's coughed up in this inning alone, and you got to believe that that leash is getting a little bit shorter with each passing batter.
Miguel Sano gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Looking to minimize the damage here. Line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's a 3-0 game. So he's able to come through here with 2 away, and that's a good time to check out our RBI leaders on the league leaderboard. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Danny Santana will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
Weak roller right side. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. So they pick up 3 runs on 6 base hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. On now to the bottom of the second. Minnesota leads this one 3-0. Mark Teixeira stands in for the first time now, looking to stay hot. He's been a real force at the plate over the last week or so.
Teixeira.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here free and easy here in the second. He's got a 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
Swung on and missed by Teixeira, and they've got him right where they want him now. 0-2.
Boy, he was so far behind that first pitch that he over-adjusted and was so far ahead of this one.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Hughes looks in. 0-2 pitch on its way. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Oh, and this is swung on and missed by Teixeira as he's a strikeout victim here, 1 away. With a moment now, let's give you a look at how the Twins stack up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, Brian Dozier, he doesn't get enough attention for his defense. He's known for his offense and hitting home runs from second base, but he's also provided this team with solid play at the keystone position. Got a quick first step. He changes directions well. Very smooth at turning double plays. Adds up to be a very reliable second baseman.
First pitch of the at-bat. And the first pitch to the 38-year-old veteran is in for a called strike, 0-1.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Now a ball lined to the right side. But good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
Oh, you can feel for him, too, because you know exactly what's going through his mind right there. He can't believe it. You know when you're going good at the plate, all the little flares and bleeders, they all start going your way and they fall in. But when you're scuffling like he has, even the Rockets find a glove.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. Batting average down in the low 210s. 10 home runs, 27 driven in. 2 out, nobody on. And he falls behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Hughes looking strong that half of the inning as he holds on to a 3-0 lead. A look there at the most famous urban park in the United States, Central Park, set to go again here from Yankee Stadium. Kurt Suzuki will start things out here for Minnesota with Joe Mauer on deck to follow.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
First delivery to him on the way. Third inning starts with a slider that's looked at here for ball one. High fly ball out to straightaway center. One away here to begin the third.
First baseman number 7.
So with one away, we'll remind you to follow the Twins here on MLB The Show. We'll be here all season long as you get a look there at where we'll be over the course of the next 7 days. Joe Mauer strides in here. He scored a run after doubling to get on base in his first at-bat.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Ellsbury's after it. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
This has just been a rough day for this guy so far in this one. Everything they're hitting is hard, even if it's right at someone.
Eduardo Escobar stands in after hitting an RBI double his first time around.
Well, he did a good job to go down and get one in his last at-bat, but I got to think he'll be looking for a pitch that he can drive right here.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Ellsbury. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Down go the Twins in order, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Greg Bird will stand in here. He drove in one of their 2 runs in last night's ball game.
Well, Matt, he just continues this string of his last 10 games where he's hitting over 300. He has those really, really nice games mixed in there.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. And he'll step off. Hughes is ready. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
And I think he'll keep riding that pitch until these guys prove they can do something with it.
On the ground near home. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Into the box now, Starlin Castro. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. The Yankees still on the lookout for hit number 1 here. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
That's a good location for that cutter with 2 strikes. He's either got to take that and hope it's a ball, or he's got to foul that thing off.
Still 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
That's now 3 straight strikeouts going back to last inning. Whatever he's throwing, it's working up there.
Didi Gregorius will stand in now. Still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Oh, I'll tell you, no hitter wants to go through a streak like this. Already the numbers don't look very good, and now he's hitless in his last 10.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Hard hit ball to second. There is Dozier. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. Still down 3-0. Eduardo Nunez is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Shortstop, Eduardo Nunez.
Into the windup and the pitch. Sinking line drive out to right center. And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon.
Third baseman number 24, Trevor Plouffe.
Things are not really going his way out there for him at all. I mean, that's already 8 hits he's allowed in just 3+ innings. It's hard to imagine him turning things around the way he's thrown the ball so far.
Here's the first pitch to him. Trevor Plouffe stands in as he looks at a called strike. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you've got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Here's a look over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. Swing and a liner. Foul. Nobody out, runner on first. Popped up. There to play it is Castro, and he's got it for the first down. So with a runner at first and 1 gone, time to bring in our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And both of these guys bringing it pretty good. 97 and 93 is the top recorded speed so far. Brian Dozier in now, hopped out in his first trip.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Yeah, very tough to get on top of a fastball at 96. And even if you miss it by an inch or two, this is what the result will be. An easy pop-up.
Into the box, Eddie Rosario. He reached on a single in his first try. Lined hard toward right center. Oh, and he botches it.
And so far, he's throwing a lot of fastballs here early in the count. And these guys have picked up on that, so they're just going up there looking for the hard stuff, and they've been all over him.
Here's Miguel Sano as he tries to go out and get the slider, but it's not there. It's strike one.
And it looks like he's rebounded pretty well from that rough inning a couple innings back. He put up a 0 last time, and he's close to doing it again.
And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets fouled. 3 runs, 9 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. And a wasted pitch there, 1-2.
And now here, 1-2. This is where you need your best pitch. You've got to strand that runner out there at second base and keep the deficit just at 3.
The 1-2 pitch. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Now this needs to be a strike here on 2-2, because if not, now all of a sudden the runners are off with the next pitch.
2 down, runners at first and second. Ground ball left side. Scooped up, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Twins strand a pair, but they lead it 3-0. Jacoby Ellsbury is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Flipped out the other way toward short. But this is yanked down out there at shortstop for the first out.
The left fielder, number 11.
Third and final game of this 3-game set comes your way Sunday afternoon. That's tomorrow as you see the pitchers scheduled to take the mound in the series finale. So 1 gone in the inning now, and that'll bring in Brett Gardner. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
This guy has been amazing. He's thrown a first pitch strike to around 80% of the batters he faced, and we're in the middle innings now, so you know he's doing well.
Yankees still on the lookout for hit number 1 here. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient, because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
Man, and not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Alex Rodriguez will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. That's on the inside corner to put him behind here, 0-2.
And now with the 0-2 count, he's got probably 5 different pitches he can throw here. So as a hitter, what are you going to do?
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Bombers. They trail in this one 3-0. Danny Santana heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Center fielder, Danny Santana.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. This is down the left field line, and Gardner won't have a play. It's a foul ball. Here it comes on 1-1. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And that misses 2-2. Lifted the other way to left center. Gardner's after it. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
The catcher, number 8, Kurt Suzuki.
We'll take a look here at his pitch count, and you can see, at least early on, he's been around the plate quite a bit. 36 strikes so far. Now, that's a sign that his location is where it needs to be.
Kurt Suzuki will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out 0 for 2 thus far. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
So far, he's the only guy that struck out for these guys. He's in danger of making it 2 now.
On the ground to the left side. A-Rod is there on to first, and Suzuki's retired, 2 away.
First baseman.
And I just think this is one of those swings where you just get committed a little bit too early. By the time he realized this thing was going to break out of the strike zone, it was just a little too late to hold back.
So 2 are gone now in the inning for Joe Mauer. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul. A windup and a 0-1. Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire. Ready with the 0-2. Pulls this one into the air out into right field, and he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They lead it 3-0. Mark Teixeira will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the fifth. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Hughes gets the sign. First pitch on the way. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. He'll take the turn and head for second. Teixeira around second. He's going to try for third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed. So some real problems out there that time as it'll wind up in E7. Carlos Beltran stands in for the second time. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he was right on the off-speed stuff and hit it well, but just didn't have any luck. It's going to be interesting to see if they stay with more fastballs right here.
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So a 2-run home run for Carlos Beltran. Home run number 16 for him on the year. And the Yankees have cut it to a 3-2 score now.
Wow, he has proven to be a real nuisance in the first 2 games of this series. A home run in last night's ball game, and now another one here.
The catcher, number 34, Brian McCann.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. At last home run, a long one, 423 feet, the estimated distance. 2 runs on 2 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Squared that one up just a little late. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and little pop up here right behind home plate. There's another drive deep down the right field line. That's popped up now towards short right field. Dozier is there for it, makes the play, 1 away.
Well, this will wind up nothing more than a pop-out in the scorebook. But what won't go unnoticed in that dugout is that he battled for an awfully long time there. That takes a lot of energy out of a guy when he's got to throw that many pitches.
Greg Bird is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Now here's a swing and a high pop-up drifting into shallow right field. Under it is Dozier, and there are 2 away now.
This has been the story all afternoon. They have just not been able to get on top of his fastball. Here's another pop-up to prove it.
Starlin Castro comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Yeah, they got him on a breaking ball, so now we'll see if they try to put him away with soft stuff again if they get that chance.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
Boy, he has been a first strike throwing machine, hasn't he? He's hardly been behind in the count all game long.
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Set to deal on 2-2. Hit in the air out to center field. Santana moving to his left. And the inning is over. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. More of the show. Saturday baseball after this. Eduardo Escobar will stand in now to lead things off in the Minnesota sixth.
Fielder number 5, Eduardo Escobar.
First offering on its way. Cut fastball taken for strike one.
And this is a really important inning for him right here. Your guys go out there and get you a couple runs. You want to throw up a 0, come back in, and see if they can't get you some more.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Grounded to the right. Gloved by Castro. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
And after a hot start, the bats have pretty much gone missing here in the middle innings. He sort of reinvented himself out there and has really turned things around.
Eduardo Nunez digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Cut fastball inside, ball one. Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
3-0 now.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
And he popped him up, drifting back behind first. Teixeira backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Oh, and a gift right there. I mean, he falls behind the guy 3-0 and then gets him to pop it up. That'll be a big sigh of relief out there on the mound.
Trevor Plouffe will stand in. He singled and popped out in his first 2 at-bats. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Teixeira has got it, and the side is retired. Down go the Twins in order, but they still lead it 3-2. Didi Gregorius will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
First pitch misses here to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 9 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. Driven to right field and deep. Escobar ranging back. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Normally, you get a lot of carry out to that part of the ballpark, but I think he hits this one just a little bit thin, and it's an easy play out there in right field.
So 1 gone in the inning now for Jacoby Ellsbury. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. Nothing in 2 now.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
And this one's inside and high. 1 and 2 now.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Ball 2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Drives it to deep right field. Escobar looking up, and this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot for Jacoby Ellsbury. Home run number 5 on the year. And with it, the Yankees have tied this one at 3.
Yeah, and this is just a fastball right here, but I'm pretty sure it's not where he wanted it. This has got some elevation to it, and that's one of those where you know it's going to be a home run as soon as you let go of it.
The left fielder, number 11, Brett Gardner.
Here's Brett Gardner now. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
Hit to short. To his right, Nunez. And he's safe at first as he beats this one out by about a half a step. Hold on here, though. You can see the skipper heading out of the dugout now, so that very close safe call might be challenged.
Yeah, Matt, definitely a close play right there, as we're going to get another look at it right here. Boy, that's just so tough to tell for sure from that replay, and we're going to have to see what the word from the dugout is. Remember, the ruling on the field is safe.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
The previous play is under video.
All right, so here's one final look at it. Now remember, there has to be indisputable video evidence in order to overturn the call. Now the ruling on the field is safe, and it probably could go either way, but I don't think there's enough right here to overturn this call and call him out.
And we'll get our answer here, as it appears the umpires have made their decision and the headset comes off. And the runner is safe at first as originally called, so they will lose the ability to challenge for the remainder of the game. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Standing in now, Alex Rodriguez, as he will swing and miss on a fastball on the outer half. It's strike one. Runners off for second. Pitch outside. The throw. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop. So he's in safely there following the one-out steal of second. And with that, we take you to our team leaderboard to display the clubs with the most stolen bases so far this year.
Well, Matt, they're near the top of the league in that category. As you can see right here, you can't go to sleep on these guys on the base paths. They're not real prolific, but they'll swipe one if you're not careful.
Hughes comes set. Here's the 1-1. Popped high in the air. Nunez settles under it near second. And that's the second out of the inning.
Well, anytime you get an RBI guy to the plate with less than 2 outs, and he does that, he is not happy. That's the kind of at-bat that'll stick with you for a while.
The first baseman, Mark Teixeira, will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Moving under it, Escobar. And that retires the side. But the Yankees are able to tie things up on the solo home run. 8, 9, and top of the order coming up to start the 7th. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. Back here in the Bronx. Tight one on our hands. All tied at 3 apiece as we look at the game summary through 6 innings of play. Brian Dozier is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
Second baseman, Brian Dozier.
Swing and a miss on the slider. 0-1.
This is where a guy who's been very aggressive around the plate may start thinking about being a little more fine later on in the game. When these guys start thinking, hey, you know what? I'm just going to go up there and jump on the first pitch. You don't even have to throw him something good to hit.
Hot shot on the ground is short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Up next for Minnesota, the designated hitter, Eddie Rosario.
Eddie Rosario will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. Swing and a shot back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
And now another base runner for him to contend with now. And as we bring up his line, you can see that's an even 10 hits against him so far. And you have to wonder how much longer they're going to let him stay out there.
Miguel Sano ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Line toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And now Ellsbury will get it in off the wall. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
You make a mistake up to this guy, he's going to make you pay. This pitch is belt high, and he just jumps all over it and drives it into the alley to put runners on second and third now.
Here comes Yankee manager Joe Girardi on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll leave with a couple of runners aboard that are his responsibility, meaning he'd be happy to get out of here with a no decision. Anthony Swarzak is going to have his work cut out for him here.
Number 41, Anthony Swarzak.
Into the box now, Danny Santana, as he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball one.
Your job right here on the mound, you gotta think strikeout number one, ground ball number two. You can't leave anything up that could easily be a sac fly.
Towards second. Throw on to first for the second out, but meanwhile that all-important go-ahead run is in to score.
And here's just a case of a guy at the plate doing the little things to help his team win. And he gives his guys the lead here following the RBI groundout.
Kurt Suzuki will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Just off the outside, and it's 1-0.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
2 outs here with a runner at third. Hit on the ground to short. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. Twins get a run on 2 hits. 7th inning stretch time now here in the Bronx. Twins lead it 4-3. Carlos Beltran will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Here's the pitch. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Well, he really bunched him up on that 2-seam fastball right there. That's not a very confident swing either, and the result, just an easy ground ball.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. We're in the 7th inning now of a 4-3 ball game. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
And that is swung on and missed by McCann as he set down on strikes for out number 2.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
In now, Greg Bird, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Ooh, that is one of the best he's thrown this afternoon.
Here's a cutter that's off the plate, 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit hard to short. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They still trail it here 4-3. Leading off the inning, Joe Mauer, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Joe Mauer.
This is line to left, and there's a base hit, so a chance to add a little insurance here as the leadoff man is on to start the 8th.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Eduardo Escobar will step in, a ground-out victim as last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
From the stretch. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Textbook start to the inning right there. Back-to-back hits have him in a good position to maybe stretch out this 1-run lead.
Stepping in, Eduardo Nunez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. But one or the other is what you really need.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. Castro's got it. A spin and a throw. Spin throw gets him at first. A great play there as runners do move up to second and third.
Yeah, and he had to range deep for this one. And you've also got to worry about that ball hitting the lip of the outfield grass. So you got to hang with it just like he did, and he made a nice play.
And there's ball 4 now, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force at the plate is in order.
And this could really be trouble now, because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
Brian Dozier will get a shot here in a bases loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, the team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he could come through here.
Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Gardner going back. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. Number 28 on the season as they open it up to 8-3.
Well, he painted himself into an almost impossible situation on the mound. The conditions were ripe, and you know, when you're facing a guy like this with the bases loaded, you just get that feeling that he's going to do something special, and boy did he ever right there.
Dylan Betances will get the call here as he'll take over with 1 gone in the top of the 8th.
Dylan Betances.
Eddie Rosario will be the first one to face him here, as he'll somehow try to stop the bleeding after the grand slam knocked the previous guy out of the mix.
Yeah, that's not exactly the way you want to exit a game on the mound.
Betances sets. Here's the first pitch. And this is taken outside for ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Looks like they're showing a bit more respect to that guy up there. That's what a 3-for-3 ball game will do for you.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Now that ball is smoked, carrying to deep left. Ellsbury going back. That one's out of here. Back-to-back home runs. So a solo shot here to left center field. Home run number 5 on the year, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
You expect to maybe run into trouble when you're going after the 3, 4, 5 guys, but you don't expect to serve up back-to-back home runs to the bottom of the order. And this is a deep lineup, 1 through 9. They can strike from anywhere.
The left fielder, number 22, Miguel.
Here's Miguel Sano. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
Got him to swing at a pitch below the knees, 1-1.
And it's hard to be patient sometimes when you see your teammates walking up there and having great at-bats. You want to get in on the act too, but you can't go helping a guy out.
Swing and a miss on the cut fastball, 1-2.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
Now a swing and a ball lofted down the right field line and fairly deep. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. Around second. He'll try for third. And he will make it all the way to third now, as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Well, unfortunately, this is probably going to be his last at-bat. This triple will give him 3 legs of the cycle, so unless his guys really go to work, he won't have a chance to finish it off. But either way, he's had a tremendous ball game. This is the capper right here.
Stepping in now, Danny Santana. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that pitch. That's on him way too fast.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention. I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
One and one. Here it comes. Here's a line shot that's going to get over the head of Gregorius and on into left center for a base hit. And the run is in to score from third.
And everybody's getting into the act now. Right on the heels of the triple, he comes through with a double of his own, and that's going to extend that lead out even further.
Kurt Suzuki struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0 for 4 ball game with a base hit right here.
Oh, man, it's never fun to go over, but let's see if he can find a way to climb out of it.
Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Boy, as a hitter, you know you're hoping to get that ball into the outfield somewhere, make it hit the grass, give your guy a chance to score. In this situation, all he does is get to third base. That's not a big help.
Coming to the plate again, Joe Mauer, as he'll bat for the second time in the inning. He's set. Here it comes. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. But 6 runs here in the inning have taken a close game and broken it wide open. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Twins are in front 10-3. Starlin Castro will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
For the Yankees, second baseman, Starlin Castro.
And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Oh, here's the pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Didi Gregorius will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. First pitch coming now from Hughes. On the ground up the middle. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our 2 starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown 9 have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. Jacoby Ellsbury will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. In for a strike. It's 1-1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Hit hard down the line toward the coaching box. It's a foul ball. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Lifted into the air out towards center field. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They'll need to do better than that. It's 10-3. Vinny Pistano will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Vinny Pistano.
Digging in now, Eduardo Escobar, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here.
Escobar.
Hit hard to short. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
And that ball is rifled at him that time, and it just about took him into left field. Somehow he gets his glove down there and makes a nice play.
Standing in now, Eduardo Nunez, as he lines this one out to center. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
You know, it's always great to have a speedy center fielder out there that can cover some ground for you. But in this case, it wasn't really needed. This ball winds up pretty much right at him for the out.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in as he swings and hits a line drive out to left. Gardner is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They still lead by 7. It's 10-3. Brett Gardner will stand in now to begin their half of the ninth in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now, but hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Now here's the pitch. And Hughes gets ahead with the fastball for strike 1. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
Oh, you like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the ninth.
And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
Boy. And in the first 2 games of this series, he's already struck out a total of 4 times now. You get to where you just hate taking that walk back to the dugout. I'll tell you, it's a very frustrating feeling.
Into the box now, Alex Rodriguez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Looking for his 10th strikeout. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. All right, folks, montage alert. Here you get a look at his performance so far. 10 strikeouts for him in the ball game as he continues to just plow right through this lineup one after another. Here's the first baseman, Mark Teixeira now. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Sano going back on it, but he won't get there. It falls in. And a good effort to bring it back in quickly, but he's in at second base with a double.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. And you can see on the graphic right here that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Carlos Beltran will get an opportunity here in a run-scoring spot now following the two-out double.
And this is really where you earn your money. Runner on second, 2 outs. Let's see what he can do here.
And he takes ball one. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Well, it's pretty obvious to me right here. First base is open following that double. I don't think they have any intention of giving him anything in the strike zone.
Now a cut fastball finds the target, 2-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. And that is going to wrap things up as the catch is made, and the Twins make it 6 straight victories now as this one is over.
Well, we talked about how they needed a good outing out of this guy, and he gave them that and even more, finishing off the complete game victory.
Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. And quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, just a great all-around game for him here. You'll see on the line score, 4 hits, including that big home run. You'd have to say he was instrumental in leading these guys to the victory.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Twins are victorious in this one, 10-3. So long from the Bronx.